All right. So part 2. So do we want to just split up the each question and each person will like answer it and explain why?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we do
we
that.
can
Like
do that.
someone could do question 6, someone could do question 7, someone could do question 8.
Oh yeah, I see. Because there's a lot of parts to each one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
So
And then we can
I
get
can
it done
do
quicker.
6. I can do 6. You guys decide who gets what.
Okay.
All right, yeah, and I'll do 7.
Okay. And
I'll do 8 then.
you
And
got
then we
8.
can all do 9 together or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Huh. And the only, I guess, is yours the sample? Are both of yours the scenarios? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some right with determine the correct sampling method for each
Yeah.
scenario.
Sampling method.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's just coming up with
There's only
random.
four, there are only 4, right?
Uh, it shows A, B, C, D, E for me. That's what I see. Maybe
Yeah,
E.
I see the same thing. The first one is a medical student research is the first one for 6.
Is that what you
Yeah, yeah,
see?
yeah. But what I mean is, there are only 4 options.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I guess right here it's showing there's 5 for if you look at the answer key.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was looking at that video too. Did you guys watch that? It had like those short videos after the reading, and that one kind of explained it too. But I think yeah, the convenience one wasn't part of the 4. But yeah, that's the 5 I think you were talking about, David. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
like the first 4 and then convenience is one of them.
Yeah. So yeah, technically, I guess there really was only
But it's
4.
included.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
I forgot what the name
If
of
you
it
look
was.
at if you look at the textbook they gave us under section 4.3 sampling methods, collecting data, there's simple random sampling, systematic sampling, cluster
Yeah.
sampling, stratified sampling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Got it. Okay. Um. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Mm.
All right. So for number 8A, what I'm seeing is that it says, first of all, for question 8, it says determine for each scenario whether it's an observational study or an experimental design. And so number 8A, The Center for Disease Control obtains current flu data by randomly polling 300 men and 300 women. And so it's an observational study because if you look in I was reading in the book, the online textbook, and researchers simply observe what happens in an observational study.
Yeah.
So they're not controlling anything. So that's why that one's an observational study.
Okay. That sounds right.
All right, I think I'm done with mine. I just had the 4. So 7A is cluster sampling. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, cluster sampling because um, they're taking the groups. So they're taking a sample of doctors and then also a sample of patients. And then with B, that would be the random sampling. It's they put all the residents' names in a computer and use a random number generator to get a sample of 100 patients. So I just remember in the reading talking about like picking out of a hat. So it's a simple random. C would be the stratified sampling. Let me go look at that. I just lost my train of thought. I think it also has to do with, putting them into groups because it talks about putting them within each gender
Mm-hmm.
and then doing a random sample. And then the last one is the systematic sampling because that's the one that they pick a random start and then they'll pick every case. I think it said in the video. So on this one it says every 5th person would be the systematic kind of sampling. So cluster, simple, stratified, and systematic for 7.
Okay.
You got all yours, or you want me to do
I'm close. I'm very close.
I can do mine real quick.
Yeah,
So
go for it.
at B, there's you plan to conduct an experiment to test the effectiveness of sleep ease, a new drug that is supposed to reduce insomnia. So you randomly divide 1,000 patients into 2 groups. Half of them get sleep ease and the other placebo. You record the gender of each subject. You will then observe how many hours of sleep they get in a week. So it's experimental because with experimental you have to determine the response, treatment, and subject. So the response variable is how much they're sleeping with the new drug in a week. The treatment is you're using either sleep ease or the placebo. And then the subjects are the 1,000 insomnia patients specifically.
Okay. What was the response? Sorry.
So it's response variable. It's number of hours of sleep they're getting in a week with, whatever it is, whether they're using a placebo or the sleep ease.
Okay. And then the treatment is the sleep ease and
placebo. So yeah, either one of those groups.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it for that one.
Okay, well, I think I have 6. Almost. Okay.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I got it. So the first one. Okay. So the first one is A. It talks about a medical student researches aspirin usage, blah, 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 by questioning all of the patients who enter her clinic for treatment. So yeah, that would be convenience sampling. I don't really remember learning about that, but because it's just for her convenience, like, or I guess it's a person, like, it doesn't say gender, but so it's just everyone. So it's very convenient for that person. They didn't do like a control group or anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the next one talks about it says that they obtained an alphabetical list of 2 million adult Colorado residents, and then blah, blah, blah. And by selecting every 1,000th name on the list after randomly choosing one person from the first 1,000 on the list, and that would be systematic. That's what the fifth. And
Right.
in C, it talks about that they had a computer randomly generate telephone numbers that were then called, and that should be simple random sample or random sample. And then D talks about a dietitian and how he like split people into certain ages: under 18, 18 to 49, 50 to 69, and over 69. And then she surveyed a simple random sample of 200 members from each category. So that would be stratified sampling, because she first split them into groups and then did only a certain amount of people in each group. And then the very last one is cluster sampling, because the researcher surveys all cardiac patients in each of the 30 randomly selected hospitals. So yeah.
Just clustering together, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, for number 9.
Okay, so 9. Oh, dang. Sorry, who were the subjects in the very last one? I didn't write that down.
1,000 insomnia patients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess you could just put 1,000 patients, but they're trying to test for insomnia, so it'd be insomnia patients. Same thing.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, 9. So I'll do the A, Mark do B, and David do C. Sounds good?
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep. All right, got mine.
Same here.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Me? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So what I got was that it's a designed experiment and it's not just an observational study, because they had a point. They had certain people taking certain amounts of cream or applying certain amounts of cream, and they had them do it twice daily for a 6-week period, and then at the very end, they recorded the difference, I guess. It wasn't that they just like watched people. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, and then B, and then in the second paragraph it says a total of 224 patients diagnosed with skin irritations, and then those are how many people were used total, and then they divide them into 3 groups, so 224.
Okay.
And then the response variable in the experiment. So the thing that they're using is, or they're using to, what am I trying to say? They're using to like measure basically is the degree of skin irritations that they can see in the patients. So like they're obviously trying to get rid of skin irritations with the cream and stuff. And so that's the variable, the response variable, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, the
All
treatments.
right, and then the last one.
shouldn't it be the NPI 32101?
The treatment?
Yeah.
Um,
Or should it
It's
be
the
or should it be the 0.5%
I think
cream?
the amount that they're using,
Okay.
0.5% of the cream, right?
yeah, I think it's 0.5.
Percent and the one
Yeah,
and the placebo.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, because that
yeah.
there's types of treatments, not just that one.
Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. And that's the end of part 2. And then is that all we go over?
Yep.
Yeah?
So it looks like I guess we can go over part 1 if you want,
Um,
if anything didn't make sense.
well, I mean, honestly, I didn't save my answers. I know I did it. I just didn't save my answers.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, no, you're good.
So,
Yeah, I think that's good. And then we do the quiz too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so
Do we do it? Should we do it together?
Yeah, so we can conclude the live broadcast.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
we
got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I can just
live for
turn it off, stop broadcast, and then we'll.
yeah, and then
Oh yeah, how does that work? I guess. I'll stop it right now. Okay.